Now we come to the third part, essentially about information on Tesla2Go. I had already explained in the previous video how to use it. I have already mentioned how one can already combine it with meaningful products and acupuncture. One thing is that, yes, I am, what do you call it again, a therapist with heart and soul, and I am actually not very at home in the digital world. And although I come from a merchant family, well, it is not my absolute priority to deal with such things. But because I'm often asked, can I make money with it? So the big Tesla is too expensive for me. Just take a little brother and try it out a bit first. Plus, you can already start earning money with it if you recommend it. Of course, it's about what today is called referral marketing. And many people respond with, yes, it's a pyramid scheme. It's all crap. But ultimately, in the end, it's not about blocking oneself from being able to help oneself and others. By the way, even if one is not interested in it, just like I am, not interested in these marketing concepts, it is still possible to create passive income with it. And that can be quite sensible for the household budget here and there without having to worry about it too much. The Water Matrix has provided this system along with the Tesla Balance, and you can see all of this on my website. Feel free to ask me again. However, I was referring to the Tesla2Go as it is the little brother to the larger Tesla. Everyone can actually afford it. And with that, one can definitely get started. And that's why it is the ideal product for me, especially for people who are discerning to gain their first meaningful experiences with it. For those who are not so sensitive, it sometimes takes a little longer. Oh, look now, yes, now I feel it too. Sometimes it takes a little while, but most are incredibly sensitive, so most can feel. As I said, I will make another video about it. A video where I will show again how powerful this little thing is, how much power it has, and how strongly it can transmit. But we will come back to that later. It was about the marketing concept of the Tesla2Go. So we have a customer link that I pass on to the clients when I say, yes, I think it's great. Are you interested? Rene is really excited about it. He is now recommending it to all the pilots. He is also a pilot, a hobby pilot, and all his pilot friends are concerned about radiation protection from the Tesla2Go. For that reason alone, it makes a lot of sense, but as I mentioned in the previous video, it can also be wonderfully combined with acupuncture. So, I'm talking about the small Tesla2Go. I have now sent this customer link to Rene. If I register myself, so I'm now pretending to be Rene, I will register now. If I register using Stefan's customer link, I will immediately receive a partner link. This means that I am essentially a partner of the Water Matrix directly through this device. And Rene has made it almost a bit easier in his system. When I buy the products, I am also simultaneously in the system and can sell these products again. They can also be found on my website. The products from Rene benefit everyone. That's how I see it, and that's why it makes sense. So, how is this 2021 system structured? There are different systems, and I will try to explain it quickly and simply. There is referral marketing, but ultimately, every recommendation is a form of referral marketing. You go to the baker for the best rolls, while the other place, you don't need to go there anymore because it's filled with toxins or something. And then I have also been involved in referral marketing, which is often viewed as very rigid and strict. As a non-marketing specialist, I want to keep things as simple as possible for myself in 2001, and I would prefer not to deal with it at all or only very little. That's why I do, for example. The video is also very easy to follow for everyone, even for lay people like me. It's not the case that you are obligated to buy or sell and then you get kicked out or have to do strange things and follow rules. We don't have that here. What I like best is that you are not obligated to do anything. Otherwise, the system is very easy. I just mentioned it. Here I have Stefan Zander, right? He has a partner link. That's me. He is now sharing his customer link with, for example, Rene. I will do this now. Can you see it briefly? Then I will pass it on to Rene. Yes, maybe I took another R for Ernst and Rita because they are totally enthusiastic. One can, but you don't have to only take 3. I take 3 since I remember 3, and remembering more than 3 can be difficult for the psyche. That's why I have set it up a bit like this, so that it can be easily explained. Of course, you can also include Marcus, Ernst, oh, we already have him, Klaus, Rudiger, Paula, and many more people in the front row who can log in directly with me. And when I have such a device, having bought it myself as Stefan Zander, and now Ernst, Rita, and Renee are buying such a device from me, then I receive a 25% commission right off the bat. Yes, but if Renee had been there, maybe I shouldn't have taken it twice. But if Renee now says, hey, look here, I have all the airplane people, what I just mentioned, all the pilots, then I'll say pilot 2, pilot 3, 1, 2, 3. The pilots are also totally excited because they say they no longer have headaches, are not as tired, and don't feel as worn out or anything. Or there might be other customers. Maybe. We can take them as well. Instead of Renee, we could take Anja. And instead of Rita, let's say Anja does yoga, who is also very good friends with me, and she passes it on to the yoga students. So let's take yoga 1, yoga 2, yoga 3. And the yoga people are even interested in my points and can help themselves and others. While for yoga, it works, of course, for meditation, for everything else as well. And so it's basically a completely different group. Then it is the case that Stefan, meaning me, still receives 10% commission for the device from those people in the second row, Yoga Pilots Meditation. Once the IBAN has been entered, it will then be automatically transferred to the account, and from there, it will continue smoothly and nicely. As I said, I have always done it in the 3-tier sequence. When Yoga Anja now tells her yoga students, I don't know, so I write Yoga Student 1, Yoga Student 2, Yoga Student 3. The pilot says to the other pilots, pilot or passenger, and so on. Then it is such that in the third row, there is the 1,000-man, that is Stefan, who still gets 5%. In the row below, if it is 4%, the row below 3%, the row below 2%, the row below 1%. The total amounts to approximately 25%, which then eventually comes back in its entirety. Regarding Stefan Zander as a total sum, we also have approximately a 25% commission there. So it is a continuous system, within counting, which calmly follows after Stefan, right in the front row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows that are barking underneath. You still have a commission behavior. It's certainly not certain. One person is sick, another has lost interest, and another is going to India to meditate. These are passive systems. Well, anything can happen in life. Or I am completely against money. You can't eat money. Sure. Well, I used to talk like that when I was young. It could all be true. Why not? But when you have 2 children to feed, the world looks very different. And then one can sometimes be quite grateful indeed when one can generate such a passive income. This is the compensated, the compressed commission, the commission behavior. There are different names for it. It is always about whether you do good for other people. The good will come back to you, and this time also in monetary form. And it's not just monetary, because we must not forget that this is about technologies that Nikola Tesla invented in today's time. In the past, there were these large coils. Today, technology has advanced 100 years later, and we only have such a small coil that we can carry everywhere on our body. And ultimately, we will indeed be well supplied with energy 24/7. It has helped me a lot from my own experience, especially after my burnout. I have to say that. Additionally, I naturally have the opportunity. I have it not only in practice, but also at home. I celebrate all the weapons aimed at me, and one just has to take the time. My handicap was that when things didn't go well, I didn't take the time for myself to do it. But now that I am doing it, things are going much better, and it's working out with the neighbor again. I hope I could provide some insight into marketing, functionality, application, and also the key questions that are always asked of me. Everything around Tesla2Go, part 1, part 2, part 3. Enjoy the videos. Feel free to watch them more often, give them a thumbs up and so on. And of course, share everything. That goes along with it to the customers. If anyone still has questions, it's best to answer them themselves. No, of course, I am also always open to questions when I have the time and energy. So in that sense, have fun with the Tesla2Go and feel free to share your experience with me.